Hey y'all, welcome to the Style Chronicles. I thought I would do my best of beauty for 2012, and these are my favorite beauty products that I picked up, fell in love with, started using in 2012. Now some of these are my holy grail items, what I would consider holy grail for myself. Some of them are just my favorites that are not necessarily holy grail, but I love them nonetheless. So I'll go ahead and start sharing some of these with you guys. First up, I have to tell you that the Real Techniques brushes, and if you're a YouTube fanatic or you watch a lot of YouTube videos, you know that in the makeup community, these brushes are awesome. They're so talked about and just raved about, and I mean, the truth is you either love them or you hate them. I have run into more people who love them than I have anybody who dislikes them. But if you know of these brushes, then you know of Samantha Chapman and her sister, the Pixie Woo Sisters, on YouTube. They use these, and Samantha Chapman was the creator for these, and they've just kind of, they went, you know, when they were introduced, went crazy. You can get them at Ulta or at realtechniques.com, and they're the Real Techniques brushes. Now I have a lot more than just these, but these have taken the place of brushes that I considered my absolute favorite. And they were different, you know. My former powder brush was a Christian Dior powder brush that I had used for years and never, you know, I never thought about replacing it, never looked for anything to take its place or anything like that. I loved it, and would probably still be using it now had I not found this. And this is the multitask brush, and I just use it to set my makeup, set my powder, or set my makeup with powder rather. Wow. Anyhow, so I love that one. The next one is my blush brush, which I wasn't looking for a blush replacement, and I fell in love with it, and it was just, you know, it's since become one of those brushes that I cannot do without. I just literally cannot do without. So it's the blush brush, and if I want a lot of pigmentation, which I do a statement blush a lot, I like, you know, heavy blush look, I will kind of pinch the end like this, get that into my blush, and then apply it to my cheeks liberally. And that gives me a lot of blush. Now if I want a very soft look like what I have today, I will use the entire brush, go in, and then just, you know, fan it on like that. But for more intense looks, I always kind of put this together and then dab it into the blush. It just picks up more pigment. It doesn't spread it around as much before you get it onto your cheeks. Okay, then the foundation brush, which I use, is the buffing brush, and it was not necessarily meant for foundation application, but it works extremely well for it. And what I saw when I started looking at these brushes was that the Real Techniques creator Samantha Chapman will use this one more than the actual foundation brushes for application, because the other one is a little, you know, it's like a paint brush, and it's just a little bit more difficult for all over application. This just gets it into your skin very nicely and buffs it in, and I love it. I wash this once a week, every Sunday morning. I will put some antibacterial soap on it and just wash it. And I learned the soap that I use is the Bath & Body Works antibacterial hand soap. And it's got like hand conditioner in it. It works extremely well for blush brushes. I learned that trick from my friend Jan at Jan Mia 73. I think it's 73, and I've been saying 74 for some time, but Jan Mia, and that was a video she posted a long time ago, and I just learned that trick from her. It works extremely well. The soap is always there. I put my makeup on Saturday mornings and then quickly wash it, and it's dry by Sunday morning when I need to apply makeup again. Okay, next would be the setting brush, which I use only for highlight purposes. I use it with highlighter powder just for highlighting. The bronzing brush, or contour brush, which I use for bronzing because it just fits into my contours perfectly. And lastly, the stippling brush, which a lot of people like for foundation. I don't care for it for foundation. What I like it for is cream blush application, and you just get it in there. This doesn't seem to pull foundation off of my face when I apply a cream product. Usually if you layer foundation and then you apply a cream blush, you'll notice that when you put the cream onto your foundation, it pulls the foundation off, so you have bare spots where foundation should be. This just deposits it perfectly without doing that. And it's just because the bristles, if you notice, these are synthetic up here, and then these are different down here. This is what's touching the product, and this is helping to distribute it on your face. So it just kind of helps it a little. So those by far are my absolute favorite brushes. They are my Holy Grail brushes. The only other ones that I use every single day without fail are 2 or 3 MAC ones that I just have never found substitutes for that I absolutely love. And aside from that, I think that's it. I really do love the Real Techniques brushes. Okay, next I will share with you 2 foundations, which are both Holy Grail foundations for me. I tried a lot of foundations last year, and I ended up discovering one and going back to an oldie but a goodie. And the first one is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. I wear this every day. I am the shade NC15. This is my everyday foundation. I've got it on right now. Literally, it's what I put on all the time. I love it. It gives me the coverage I need. I have very oily skin. I do have to powder at some point throughout the day, but it doesn't fall off my face like a lot of other foundations do. So that is my favorite everyday foundation. The next one I discovered at the suggestion of my friend Teresa from Brunette Beauty Blogger, and it's the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Foundation. This is my dressy foundation. So when I have a dressier occasion or a function or a wedding or something, a special event that I need to go to, this is what I put on, and I love it's just this flawless look that I get. Not too matte, but not like in your face. I'm an oil slick, which my makeup tends to become anyway. So it's just a really great foundation. Next would be the Makeup Forever Sheer Cover. Oh, in the Smashbox, I am 1.1. I am always the lightest shade in whatever foundation there is. I'm the lightest shade. That's pretty much, except for Bobbi Brown. That was another one I discovered, a Bobbi Brown foundation, which I really loved. It was a long-wearing one, only they stopped making it, so I don't include it because it's no longer available. However, I did like that one a lot. But in that line, I am the 3rd from the lightest in those foundations. So it's really neat because I've never been 3rd from the beginning, 3rd in, So it's pretty neat because you know that her range obviously has a lot of, color availability. I mean, you can probably find something to match you exactly in that range. Okay, so concealer, Makeup Forever's Full Cover, which is a waterproof concealer. It is, it looks like a little, light cream. It's in a tube. But it covers extremely well. You do have to be a little fast with it. Get it on and set it as soon as you can, because if you let it dry, it'll dry, like you'll see the lines where it dries. So if you don't blend it in time, it will dry fast and you'll see lines. But I love it. It covers my under eye circles perfectly. This I use when I dress up, so I use it with my Smashbox foundation. Daily foundation or daily concealer is my MAC Studio Fix. And that I'm in NC15 in also. Okay, so moving on to blush. I will share with you guys. Of course, the one that I love is not in here. Okay, my absolute favorite blush from 2012 would be NARS Matahari, which of course is not in here because I put it on this morning. So I will just tell you, it is my all-time absolute favorite blush. It is the only blush that I want. I have lots of blushes, but it is the only one that if I had to, I didn't have any blushes and I had to run out and purchase just one, that's the one that I would get. And I will do a separate video on that and show you guys that because I have Holy Grail products that I will share in another video. But that is my absolute favorite. The next 3, because I'm a blush person, well, I'm an eyeshadow and a lip person. I'm a makeup person. So the next 3 blushes that I will tell you are my favorites are, one is Tarte Adored, which is just a beautiful baby pink. It's gorgeous. Tarte's Amused, which is kind of a brighter pink, a candy pink. I love candy pinks. And of course a MAC blush, Pink Swoon, which is just a bright pink. And I love blue-based pinks. I cannot do orange-based blush. Corals, things like that. That does not work well on me at all. I have to have a cool toned blush, something with a blue undertone, purple undertone, something like that. Just really cool based. So these work extremely well for me in that respect. Okay, next up is eyeshadow. And I'm going to share with you guys, here's two, oh no wait, here's Matahari, yay, here's my NARS Matahari. This is my holy grail. This is like it for me. This is the blush. And it's shocking because I've always just gone for these kinds of colors, and you can see the difference. Where this is super pink, you know, and you can see like an amused. These are the colors that I would just gravitate towards. Very, very pink. Well, NARS has such a good repertoire of blushes that they just have so many you can choose from, and this color ended up being my absolute favorite, just absolute favorite blush. It complements so well. You can see the color. It's just an extremely beautiful color. So there's NARS Matahari. Yay, you got to see it. Okay. Oh, let me just move on to the rest of the face products. Bronzer. I've never really been a bronzer fan. I like pale skin. I like, you know, the paleness of it, obviously. So I don't really use a lot of bronzer. Bronzer ends up being very dirty on me. So I kind of stay away from it. Now, what I have learned to do, specifically with this brush, is to contour, which is just apply a little bit here to create a contour, or a deeper contour, and also on the sides of my nose. And for that, I use the Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer, and it's brown, and for contouring purposes it works well for me. And as far as bronzer goes, I don't use it for that, so I wouldn't know how to explain the bronzer look for you guys. Okay, next up, highlighter. My absolute favorite highlighter, like ever, literally, that I discovered in 2012 was sent to me by Teresa at Brunette Beauty Blogger, and it's MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Lightscapade. And it is just a beautiful, beautiful highlight. And you can see right there, it's just, you know, it's gorgeous. It's a sheer highlight, but it's got pearl and a little bit of gold in it. And if you'll see, there's some blue veining right in there. That blue veining, when you mix it all together, does such a just great job at creating this literally like white finish to your face. It's just beautiful. Perfect highlight. So I love that one for highlighting. Alrighty. Next, eyeshadows. Now, I will tell you that 2011 was the year for the Chanel Illusion d'Ombre eyeshadows for me. Those I fell in love with. I think I got like 3 within a month. I was just in love with those. And I continued to show my love to those products in 2012. But there were 2 eyeshadows that I learned, or that I learned about in 2012 that I absolutely love. The first was sent to me by Miss K for my birthday, my 30th birthday, and it is Burberry's Midnight Brown. It is just the most beautiful shade of brown. It is gorgeous. It's got a little bit of a silver shimmer to it, but it does not pick up at all. It is just breathtaking on the lid. Whether you do it smoky or, you know, just an outer crease, it's gorgeous. The next one is from a MAC special collection. It's a New Dimension eyeshadow in Havana. And this literally is another beautiful color. And it's right there next to, what's it called? Burberry's Midnight Brown. Now, I know they look a lot alike. This one has a lot more gold. This one has a lot more silver to it, but they are absolutely beautiful. Now, if you know me, you know that eyeshadows, for me, I like warm toned eyeshadows. I love my browns, and the warm toned browns is just, that's what gets my heart. I mean, I love them. Okay. Are you okay, brother? All right, next up, lip products. The Buxom, and I always get in trouble for it because I call it Buxom and not Buxom, but the Buxom lip creams in White Russian and Pink Lady. I absolutely love these. I like lip glosses that are cream finished. I really don't like a lot of glitter on my lips. So I prefer a lip gloss with a cream. And these are exactly that. They are the exact shade that you see them come off. There's that one. That's Pink Lady. And I had another one, Creamsicle, which I have finished. It is a beautiful orange, which I plan on repurchasing for the summer. And then this is White Russian. And White Russian was sent to me by a subscriber because I could never locate it in store. No, but in store. So there it is. No, you can't play with mommy's makeup. Here. Okay, next couple of things. And I say couple because these are all pretty much, they fall into the same category. And it is the lip crayon kind of lipstick, like a matte Where's the top to this one? Lord knows. Okay. And these are Tarte, and this is a NARS. This is the Matte Velvet and Never Say Never. And here it is swatched. Just beautiful. Pink color, and what happens is, you use these, it's like a lip pencil, just a giant lip pencil. You can line and then fill your lips in, and it stains them. I have a Clinique one on right now, but I love it because it lasts for so long. Like, you can put it on in the morning, and by lunchtime it's still on your lips. So I really love those. And then the other three are the Tarte Lip Surgeons ones, and this one is Lively, the Natural Matte Lip Surgeons, and here is that one swatched, and it's just a pretty raspberry pink. This one, which is my favorite color, it's the Tarte Lucky. Come on. What in the world? There we go. You can see I've used a lot of that one up. And it's just a really pretty kind of a baby pink right there. And the last one is Amused, which also they make the blush that I showed you earlier, the same shade. And here's Amused swatched. And now this one is a glossy one. It's the just a lip stain, so it's got a glossy finish to it, but there it is right there, and I love those. Okay, next, a NARS lipstick in Roman Holiday, which I fell in love with in 2012. It's just a very pretty pink color right there, very light, very pale. I think it is a great color for anyone. It looks beautiful on any skin tone. Next would be MAC's Rebel, which is just a dark fuchsia color. It looks scarier than it is. There's Rebel right there. Gorgeous color for the fall and the winter. MAC's Please Me, which looks like this. And there, that is right there. It's a matte color. And then my favorite MAC one from all of last year was a special collection one. It's from the MAC Chen Men collection. And it's a Budding Love lipstick, which is just a lilac, and it's gorgeous. Also a lot scarier in the tube than swatched. There it is swatched. And you know me, so you know that anything goes when it comes to lipsticks for me. I love lipstick. I don't care what color it is. I love my reds, my pinks, my baby pinks, bright pinks, fuchsias, lilacs. I love it all. Darks, burgundies, wines. I really don't. I love everything about lipstick. So I don't, I might have, oh my goodness, my son threw me off. I have preferences when it comes to eyeshadows and, tones and also blushes and, cool tones. When it comes to lipsticks, I can literally wear anything. I love every shade of lipstick. But you will find me kind of sticking to these kinds of shades, the pinks and the reds and, those kinds of things. So there's that. Next, a primer, which I should have done before I started, but I'll do it now. Hourglass's Mineral Veil Primer. Now, this primer, full size, is, I believe, $55. I have not purchased the full size version. I've only purchased the travel size. These are about $15. But it gives me enough that lasts me for several months. I don't wear primer every day. Like today, I don't have any primer on. I do not wear primer when I wear my MAC foundation. My primer I use solely when I dress up, so when I put on the Smashbox foundation, I'll use this. That's why it lasts me for so long. I don't feel like I need the full-size version because it would probably last years, literally, probably 2 or 3 years. So these are, just better for me. I use them up faster because they're the travel size, but it's perfect. I love it. It fills in any areas on your face where you might need, a little filler, I guess, but it just creates a gorgeous blank canvas, and it has like light infusing properties, so it makes your skin very glowy before you even put your foundation on, which is great. So that's my favorite primer. Okay, now this and then nail polish. Okay, for my brows, I have always done my brows with MAC's Wedge eyeshadow and just a brush and just kind of drawn them on with a brush. And this year or last year I started drawing on a little bit of my brow before I use the MAC's Wedge to set. So what I do is I comb down with this and then I go in with the other end, which is a pencil, and I'll draw a line here and then also under here to create a very strong brow. And then I'll brush up, and then with the MAC Wedge powder, I will go in and fill in my brows. And that is how I do my brows. This is a YBF, which is a Your Best Friend automatic eyebrow pencil in universal taupe. I got this out of a Birchbox. Love it, absolutely love it. It also has a cap for this end, but oh, here it is. Here we go. So it keeps it protected. So there it is. Okay, next or last would be my Essie nail polishes. Now I have 3, and you guys know, once again, if you know me, you watch my videos, I'm an Essie fanatic. My nail polishes tend to be all Essie, although I have branched out to the Chanel and here recently to the Deborah Lippmann range. But I am an Essie girl at heart. That is what I just tend to purchase over and over again. So these are 3 outstanding nail polishes for me. The first one is I Am Strong, which is, or was, a October breast cancer awareness color. And it's just a beautiful rosy pink shade. It is a dupe for Chanel's May nail polish, which you guys know I have and also love. So I've got 2 bottles of the same nail polish color, but it's a gorgeous color. My favorite kind of neutral would be Ladylike, which is just a pretty taupey neutral color. It does have a little bit of lilac, kind of mauve or mauve, however you say it, to it. And lastly, this one is not that old. It came out for the Style, what is it? Rep Style collection? Yes, Rep Style. And it's supposed to do, you know, the magnet. It's supposed to look like a snake skin. You know, you paint your nails and then do the magnet. Now the magnet never worked for me, so the actual look of the snake skin on my nail never happens for me. But this color from that collection, it's called Rep Style. It's like a gold with silver in it, and it's just beautiful. It looks like a vintage metallic gold nail, and I love it. I love it. So this has become one of my absolute favorite colors. I've worn it 3 weeks out of December that I wore this color. I would take it off only to reapply it, but it's gorgeous. And you just take the cap off, it looks like the normal nail polishes. But absolutely love that. Like I said, magnet did not work. The collection in general, the colors are beautiful, but the magnet thing doesn't do it. I think you need a stronger magnet. I don't know, I haven't tried. Color I love though. So those would be my 2012 favorites. I know it got a little loud. I apologize for that. I hope you guys enjoy that, and I plan on doing my fashion favorites next, so be on the lookout for that. Let me know what your favorite products from 2012 were down below, and thank you so much for watching. As always, you can catch me on Instagram and also on my blog. My blog now contains every Instagram post that I put up, as well as every YouTube video that I post. So it's a great place to kind of see all that stuff, as well as little posts that I do in between on, you know, things that I like or things that I picked up, stuff like that. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.